All right. Hello, hello.
Hello, friends.
We're back. Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Again, tonight it is, what did I call it? Thirsty Tuesday? It doesn't feel right. That feels like it should be a Thursday.
What? Thirsty Tuesday.
I know. Well, look, I didn't really like Trial Tuesday, which I think is what I was on last time. So I tried to think of another one.
Last time.
And, like, we're thirsty as hell on these streams, or maybe it's just me. I'm pretty sure it is just me.
No, I think we're all thirsty, TBH.
Like, look, here's the thing. If we were the Golden Girls, I know that, unfortunately, I would definitely be Blanche.
Thursday.
Thursday, yes, there we go. We're just going to make up new days in the week. So,
Yeah, I mean,
you know. But yeah, it is Thursday. You know what? I have a question for us today.
Shit.
Our little get to know you thing. Because we just had International Women's Day.
Yeah.
What-
We love women.
We love women.
We do
We
love
love,
Women.
like, all women, you know?
Yeah.
Ah,
I support women's rights and women's wrongs.
exactly.
Except for if you're Casey Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
If you're
Yeah.
Casey Anthony,
Yeah.
you can get fucked.
That.
Look,
Anyway,
if you're gonna do a crime, at least make it hot.
and maybe don't kill your child. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know how you can make killing your child hot. I'm sure someone can
That's
figure it out,
not
but
hot.
like,
No.
again,
Sure,
if you're
she can-
going to
she can
commit a
find a way.
crime, make it a hot crime. Steal
A
from
hot-
rich people, like that's very hot. Go
Oh,
kill
yeah,
a
that is
CEO. For the FBI agent watching this stream, that was a joke before I get like swatted, but
for legal
What?
reasons.
for legal
Real
reasons,
reasons.
This is a joke.
100% a joke. But yes, commit a hot crime. Anyways,
Anyway.
in honor of International Women's Day, we have played a lot of women on these streams.
I don't know.
What is your favorite woman that you have played?
Oh, no.
And you can do it across any of the games that we all have played together, but we've played a lot of people on these Ace Attorney ones, so
Oh yeah.
It's
it's
that's
probably
all
going to be in there.
hot florals.
Cool. I will introduce myself first since I have actually thought about my answer to this question. It was in my brain beforehand, and I probably, in hindsight, should have texted you guys earlier about it, but
Yeah, I'm like.
I don't remember any single woman I've ever voiced, including Susato. She's the only one I can think of.
think harder.
Maya. I played Maya.
You have played Maya. We
Okay.
all have played Maya at one point. Yeah, because we all
That
played
is
Maya,
true.
we played Phoenix, and we all played a prosecutor. Because the prosecutor is different, so, you know.
Wait, I don't think I've ever played. Wait, did I play Phoenix?
You did play Phoenix.
What?
When we did the
Been that
original
long.
trilogy. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure
Hmm.
you played Phoenix in the second game.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's been that long.
Because I played the prosecutor. Because it
That's
was
true.
Francisca.
And you loved Francisca.
I do love Francisca. Francisca's actually my answer to the question. So,
Oh, Francisca. Oh,
hi,
okay.
I'm Kels. You're gonna see me. I'm your player one. I press all the buttons. I also played Ryunosuke Naruhodo and the bailiff, whose name is Elmo, because he sounds like Elmo. Because that's about the only voice I do. Anyways, and yeah, I think Francisca was probably my favorite woman that I have ever played, and that was really hard because I played, I think, every single Faye character in the third Phoenix Wright game.
Mhm.
I'm like 99% sure I did that. So, you know, because that was my assistant role that game. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Francisca von Karma because she's fantastic and I love her. And, you know, she was so much fun to play.
Yeah. Wait, Lemur, go. You got voluntold.
Hello. My name is Lemur. I play Susato, Gina. I'm trying to think of all the ladies first.
Ladies first.
You
I
play
don't
that
know.
witness this time.
I do play that one witness with the firecrackers.
Mm-hmm.
You played that hot lady who
the
makes
hot
wax
witch
figures.
lady from
Yeah.
the last case.
You did. And the racist
of
lady,
course-
I think.
And the what?
The racist lady that was the juror last time. Yeah, I remember her.
And I play some dudes who are unimportant in this moment.
Who cares about
Spells,
Kazuma?
yes, thank you. Yeah, Kazuma actually is very important. That was for shits and gigs. Kazuma, if you heard that, I love you. And,
That's crazy, bro.
and I would say, I feel like this is kind of a cheating answer, but we're gonna go with it. My favorite lady that I have played on stream, I'm gonna go with Lemur, my Baldur's Gate tab.
Wait,
Because
what?
I actually got to play. So
You did get to play, and you got to play it as you, so it's kind of like
I'm my favorite
double.
lady.
Yes, you know. Like, look, we love self-love on this stream. So,
We love
you
a
know.
cleric.
Exactly, yeah.
No, if I had to pick somebody else. Oh, all my other favorite ones, it's like I'm thinking of like in Until Dawn, they voice themselves.
I mean, we could even open it up to, you know, your favorite lady that you have seen on these streams.
True.
We'll just open it wide, since I did spring this one on you.
Well, if it's a favorite lady that has been in a game we've played, you know my answer.
Is it Karlak? Because I could put money on that.
Is it Karlak? Is it though?
If you're gonna let me pick Karlak, I'm gonna pick Karlak.
I will let you pick Karlak.
I am nothing if not predictable on that front.
She is a very
Anyway.
cool lady.
I love her so much.
That's your wife?
That's
my wife.
That's her wife.
That's your wife.
My wife. I think about her every day.
My wife Tails. I think about her.
All right, Mana, you're up.
Okay. Honestly, I do love playing Iris. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. Hi, my name is Manabingu. Hello, my name is Manabingu. I'm your resident voice actor, and I normally don't play a lot of the ladies. I usually play a lot of the dudes because I tend to have the deepest voice. But I will have to say Iris is so sassy. She is so funny. Here on the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, she is Herlock Sholmes' great and more smarter assistant. She is the brains of the entire operation. I'm pretty sure she is the reason that Herlock Sholmes is even alive. So, I mean, she's just like a girl boss, and she girl keeps, and she girl does everything. She girl maths. She does everything, you know. So I'm so proud of her. She has pink hair. She's so super sweet, and honestly, like, I mean, she invented so many things. It's insane,
right?
She's just a little genius. So she deserves the world. I love her so much. But I will have to give also a shout out. I don't play her, but if we're talking about people that we've had,
yeah, we
like,
opened it,
stream,
so you know, anyone.
I have to say Yuna from Final Fantasy, because exactly, one, that's your girl, and two, just like, I really loved her personality. She's so inspirational. I love her singing voice. It's so good. Oh my god, girl got pipes and fashion. And she's just the biggest sweetie. So I have to shout out Yuna from Final Fantasy.
She is my girl. I was obsessed with her for so many years. She's still my girl.
I actually sang Seno Kotoba recently again.
Yay!
So that was really fun. And I was like, this reminds me of my bestie friend. It was your birthday this month. Wow. So yeah. Dedicated to you. That was for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Excellent. We will talk because your birthday present is here. Woo!
Yay.
Me.
Excellent.
Anyway, that was me.
Yay. And chat, I agree. Hot Maid. Hot Maid has my heart. Yeah,
Hot
if you haven't
maid.
watched our House and Fata Morgana streams, there's a lot of them, but Hot Maid is fantastic. So I
Okay.
hit on her so many times.
Thank you, Hot Maid. Wait, is she a serial killer?
She is not a serial killer. I think she might have like broken my streak of, only liking murderers for a bit.
For a bit.
I seem to get into a real streak there on like every single one of our games. It was probably disturbing, but you know what? She wasn't. So she broke the streak, and that's why Hot Maid is the best.
Hell yeah.
But again,
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, no, just really quick. Honorable mentions include Hiroko, Hagakure, Kirumi Tojo, Chiyomi. I didn't even think about the Danganronpa was.
the one that actually came to my mind once we opened it up is I'm trying to remember what the name of the game was, but it was the one that Lemur, you and I played together, and it was, we thought they were lesbians, and that was not what they actually were. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but like the game, let me look it up while I'm thinking about it.
No way.
We played it. I don't remember if it was before or after. Let's see. It's Suerihiro.
Shout out to Chihiro Fujisaki and let's see. Characters. Hold on. Because I did like Chihiro.
Chihiro was fun.
Love Chihiro, and let's see, who did I not hate their guts because they were evil? Oh, I did like Sonia Nevermind. It was fun. I didn't play Aoi Asahina, that was you.
That was me. Yeah, I did play her. Kyoko had my heart in that one.
Kyoko! And Kyoko, oh my god, what a girl boss. Speaking of girl bosses, Kyoko, girl boss. Love her to death.
It was The Missing, JJ Macfield and the Island of Memories. I don't think it's one of the ones we have on YouTube because I think we played it before. But if you still need a reminder, Lemur, I'll tell you what the twist was because we sat there and talked about it for ages after it happened.
It's not ringing any bells. It's been long enough.
Okay. I'll remind you.
Okay.
But
I'll
yeah.
probably immediately remember, but
yes.
once you tell me.
Yeah, I just don't want to spoil it to anyone watching if they haven't played since it is a good twist. So, yeah. Cool. All right. We could sit here and talk about great women all day.
Yeah, I can talk about ladies all the time.
Ooh, ladies.
But let's go ahead and get started. So our recap. The witnesses all denied knowing anything other than Von Zieg's looking scary, and Gregson being dead after the gunshot, and Kazuma used their blatant unreliability to excuse any contradiction in his narrative. Venus testified about selling to kids and ratting on them to their teachers. Sandwich called her a liar about not visiting the crime scene, which she copped up to. Venus peeked from behind gossip and picked up a pocket watch. Gina identified the watch as Scotland Yard's present to Gregson for a case that he spent the last 10 years polishing and winding every day consistently. It was broken to stop at 5 and has a keyhole that we put the statue key in to fix it, so he must have been dead beforehand and unable to wind it. The fresh blood for the handprint might have been from a chicken, and Susato noted the autopsy omits the time of death. We brought up the fireworks as the source of the gunshot sound. We told the court about the concept of a time bomb, and the candles were the trigger, explaining the gunpowder mark that couldn't have come from the point-blank shot that killed Gregson. The red wig misled the witness about Gregson and his killer, but Kazuma laughed at us and called the British justice system a joke. I thought he was making fun of me. I think he was actually being nice then. But man, was it hard to tell for a second. Like, why would you start laughing then? Anyways... we still don't know where Gregson was when he died, but it was probably an inspection of the Red-Headed League. We called forth the Redheads Sholmes busted as witnesses. Sholmes reviewed the autopsy and were pretty sure the coroner left out info on purpose. Fabien de Rousseau and Peppino de Rossi came to took the stand to describe their scam. They spoke face to face with 1,000 marks, but don't remember Gregson. We think Sholmes introduced himself to the league as Gregson with Scotland Yard ID papers, which Gregson was too busy being dead to report. Racism count is still 12. Gina Menace count is at 6. Let's get into this. Back into the courtroom.
I'm a judge now.
Yeah, you are the judge now. All right, the detective and the identification. I forgot, we made them both cry last time.
Oh yeah. The truth is, we took him prisoner and kept him for the night on our secret hideout. Even though I didn't think he was a real detective, I was too scared to let him go that day, just in case.
Okay, so I do remember some of the reading ahead I did. That's unfortunate. I was hoping I would forget. I'm not looking at it right now. Promise. I'm not going to look it up unless I asked. Anyway,
Okay.
We took the man's identification from him and shut him in the room next to ours.
I love how we went from, like, petty thievery of, like, 50 cents from every single person to kidnapping, yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
A man who said he was a detective, like, yeah, let's just lock him up.
Imprison him.
There might have been a little tussle, but we did him no harm, and then next morning we let him go.
That's what they all say.
He spent the night. He spent the night in the room, in a nice room, and it was nothing like prison, really.
What?
It was
What does
nothing
that
like a
mean?
prison, we swear.
I swear on my heart,
On my spaghetti.
on my spaghetti.
This is outrageous. You imprisoned a man?
No, but no. See, no, it was not like not like that prison. He was very comfortable and calm and happy.
Forgot this dude talks like Mario.
Hey,
Yeah.
Capo.
He's literally Mario.
Yeah, just without the mustache.
It's a fake of the pizza.
Baby face. Yeah.
It was never a part of my plan, I swear it.
Yeah, I guess kidnapping really is never part of a plan until it is.
Until it is.
Not with that attitude.
Oh god, I've been thinking about that fucking all week. Oofa.
Oofa.
It hurts.
Oofa.
It hurts my soul to not say it like oofda, because like that's correct in my brain, but that's not what I'm reading. Anyway,
Stump on the turtle.
so you think it was my fault, eh? Just because I got the date of the ferry wrong by a little day.
I do not think it was your fault, Pepino. I know it.
No.
Per favore.
Per favore, capo. See, this is where it's like sometimes I'm like, is it kind of like Spanish? This one's kind of like Spanish.
Yeah, per favore, capo. He's not at the fair.
It's not fair. Per favore.
Miss Mario, you shall have plenty of time for squabbling back at the prison, gentlemen. Oh, I don't believe this. Oh, how could he have been a real detective? Counsel for the defense, proceed with the cross-examination.
So, on the day before the incident, Gregson spent the night confined in this pair's hideout. This is when it probably would have been great for Gregson to, like, tell someone where he was going at times so that they would go, hey, this man did not come home last night.
Or at least like a call. It's like,
Yeah.
if you haven't heard from me by like 10 p.m., send somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Send help.
Like, I get it. It's not modern day. He can't just send a little text message like, hey, yo, I got detained by these two morons. Which, by the way, maybe I'm overestimating Gregson's intelligence. Because, granted, it's been a little bit since we talked to him. And now he's dead, so, you know, we think better of the dead or something like that. But
Okay.
I feel like if he really wanted to, he could have gotten out of these two's grasp.
Sweet talk them.
Like, it doesn't really seem to be that hard.
Yeah.
Considering
Especially-
these two guys are running a criminal scheme basically based on, like, 2 pennies and a thing of string. Like, there's no
Yeah.
real plan here.
It's like, hey, redheaded people.
Mm-hmm.
They have no souls, so... No, just kidding.
Redheaded people, fuck them, make them pay money.
Wow, that's sad. I bet, no, the plot twist would be is if these two their hair is dyed. That
Yeah,
would be the worst.
Maverick, go lay down.
What if they're both actually like blonde or brunette? You know
there
what
we
I'm saying?
go.
The truth is, we took him prisoner and kept him for the night at our secret hideout.
Do you realize what you're saying?
No, you have to believe me. I never intended for that to happen. And I'm sure the detective did not intend it either.
Do
Yeah,
you
no one
think?
intends to get
but there was nothing else I could do. Except let him go, stupid.
Eh,
But I really had to kidnap him.
yeah.
See, nothing else. It was the first crime for the capo. First crime. It was the end of his. He was at the end of his wits.
Bro, this is not someone's first job. You can't be like, oh, this is their first time as a waiter. I'll be nice to them. And you're doing great, sweetie. Like, no!
Just
I have told you
kidnapping
before.
Immediately.
I have told you before, Peppino. That is not the way to describe a criminal mastermind.
What about this hideout of yours?
An old empty house beyond the park on Lamb Street.
We rented the place for 2 days, and it was an inspired idea by the capo here.
So wait, they let him go
Wait.
the next day because
Uh-huh.
they didn't extend the rental lease.
That
is what I'm hearing.
That's
Yeah.
wild. That's wild. An impulsive idea, I would say.
No. Not impulsive, inspired. We are very broke.
Good.
I capo.
What the fuck? Oh, what am I supposed to say to that, Peppino?
And it was in the house described that you confined Inspector Gregson, was it?
I can make this joke because I've actually had appendicitis, but is he about to have an appendix rupture? Because, like, bro is not doing...
Bro
Right.
kind of looks like he's about, like
his
2
appendix is
seconds
about
from
to
throwing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Like, this man was not built to be a criminal mastermind. It's
Yeah,
just,
that's crazy.
like, he doesn't have the stomach for it.
Literally.
Literally, yeah.
Oh, we.
Look, you don't want to get caught in the middle of your crime because you have to pull over to the side of the road to throw up during a chase. Like, if at any point you think that maybe that could possibly happen to you and you would have to pull over to throw up, you are probably not cut out to be a criminal mastermind. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. But you have to remember, I was under the impression that he was a pretender, not a real inspector.
I don't think that condones kidnapping.
What the fuck?
That doesn't
Logic? Where?
that doesn't quite add up though. If you didn't think the man was a real inspector, there would have been no reason to take him prisoner, would there?
No, you are right. But we couldn't be completely certain.
Exactly, just steal someone else's appendix.
Even though I didn't think he was a real detective, I was too scared to let him go that day just in case.
Oh yes, a 1-day delay. Totally gonna save you. Too scared.
Hmm.
Why?
Maverick.
Because we had come to the park. We didn't know. There was a
No,
chance that
Maverick.
he'd seen through my plan.
Can you go bother someone else, please, sir? I don't think that's gonna work. And if that was the case, he would go straight to the police station to blow the whistle on us. Even if he was just feigning to be an inspector, he was up to no good, without a doubt.
Without a doubt. I'm gonna start saying that.
I think most people would agree that it is you two who are up to no good. Well, see, you may be right, Capo?
The point is, we were not able to escape from England immediately. That is why we had no choice but to take the man prisoner.
What I don't understand is why the inspector felt the need to show you his identification in the first place. Because it wasn't him. Because he's creating an alibi for himself. Like, that was the killer. I'm calling it now.
Mm-hmm.
See, I ask myself the same question.
We were writing down the names and addresses of all the people who we took 5 shillings from that day.
Maverick, no.
I've forgotten what his name was, but the address,
No.
it startled me.
What was startling about an address? Maverick, go away. He's being crazy. See, address, Scotland Yard. I wasn't looking at my computer because of Maverick. Homicide division, he said.
What?
Something reads fishy here.
He probably didn't like your face. Oh wait, no.
Yeah.
It
was you.
Anyway, I was not rude. I was just politely asking him why he had said it. And that's when he started to say he was an inspector. Not long after, he took out his identification.
What was What was Inspector Gregson playing at?
Tell the court what happened next. You took him back to your hideout, you say? See, we did. We took the man's identification from him and shut him in the room next to ours.
That being this identification book here, correct?
See, that's the one.
What made you believe that it was for forgery?
I've never seen a real one, of course. But he was so suspicious, this man. Laura, I was thinking it must be false, so... Hey, Capo?
Oui, it was just as Peppino said. We were convinced it was not genuine.
And so together, the hilarious brothers...
Wow.
We took the man captive.
We took the man captive.
No!
All we did was shove him inside the locked room.
How did he get to the locked room is my question.
True.
Like, something's not adding up here, because in order to get into the locked room, he would have had to go inside the house. They were doing this in a park. Gregson, what the fuck were you doing if this was really you?
Then we made preparations to transport all the money.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
There might have been a little tussle, but we did not harm him. In the next morning, we let him go.
What do you mean by a little tussle, exactly?
Oh, it was nothing. Just a minor incident.
The Fausto inspector, he was a real piece of the work, eh, Capo?
What happened?
Real Gregson was dying, fake Gregson was dancing. Oof, he was a disaster. We gave him a nice room, and what does he do?
We just kidnapped him a little. Like, why was he mad?
Yeah, that's crazy of him.
In the middle of the night, he tries to escape through the ventilator. The ventilator?
Ventilator.
That is a smart thing to do.
Can you blame him?
No, I cannot blame him. We chased him. Bien
sûr.
sûr. That's what I thought. I was like, bien sûr. And we got him again.
Can you blame us?
Wait! You didn't shoot the man in your haste, did you?
Zut! Well, who do you think we are? Of course not. I simply caught all of him again and took him back to their room.
Oh, he's about to tell on
He's
you.
throwing up. He's throwing up.
Mr. De Rossi, is something wrong?
He's about to throw.
Hey, me?
Little Mario jump too. Like, this man wants to be Mario
just
so
Mario.
bad. Something Mr. De Rousseau just said seems to make you, well, it seemed to make you act even more strangely than usual. What was that all about?
Cavolo, at times like that, you don't want to have the capo after you. Believe me. I speak from a personal experience.
Personal experience?
That is enough, Peppino. There is no need to say more.
The truth is, the night he immediately says more. The night before he went, or we put the Red-Headed League plan into action, I was scared. It was not fair to the capo, but I tried to run away.
Oh.
It's a shame you didn't manage it.
But the capo here, he came after me like the turbine, huh? He dragged me back to the house, kicking and screaming. I still have the bruises to prove it, eh, capo? Oh.
Bruises, you say?
You want to see, huh? You want to see my fantastical
No.
bruises?
Where
No.
are they? Can we ask that first?
Yeah, I don't
I need
want
to know
to
if I'm looking
know.
at this boy's butt.
Just
That's
a
enough
dick
now.
mark, it's fine.
Oh my god.
Did he get slapped in the bottom? He just spanked? Anyway. Please tell me you're not into spanking, sir. Anyway, that's enough now, Peppino. No one wants to look at any part of you.
What to do, I show you or I don't.
No stripping in my
I
court!
show you or I don't. Don't show me. Cosmo was like, yes.
Mr. Cosmo Asugi, no stripping in my court!
This is how you
You
can tell we
do.
haven't reunited at all. He's so desperate he's resorted to this.
You do now. Show, but no. If everybody wants to see, then I do it.
And he's
No,
just gonna start like a whole Magic Mike stripping routine. Holy shit!
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, that's not funny.
No.
Damn it! I was expecting like a handprint on his butt. Not fucking strangulation marks.
The fuck, man? Ah.
How do you pronounce that?
Echo?
Echo? Alright. Echo, you see? It's still very visible, eh?
That red ring around your neck? You got that when you were dragged back to the house.
See, the capo sometimes he is very rough.
I said that's enough. They don't need to know what I am like in bed. Anyway, Peppino's neck has nothing to do with what we are talking about here. You have my word.
I'm pretty sure it has
Yes. What is your opinion, Council? Please don't say it's kinky.
About this red ring around Mr. De Rossi's neck, I wonder, does it matter? It's important.
It's very important.
Mr. De Rossi, I'm going to have to ask you to amend your testimony with details about that mark on your neck.
Hey, Capo, you see, everyone is interested in what I say, huh?
Oh. Very well. You will amend your testimony as requested, Mr. DeRossi.
See, if you really want to know.
Exactly. This is proof that Cosimo was trained by Von Zieks.
He tried to escape, but the capo put the collar on him and dragged him back. Like, what he did to me, see?
Alright, we are going to press that in just a second, but I do want to make sure. I think we have... Yeah, his neck looks pretty damn clean.
Mm-hmm.
Hold it!
Are you saying that red mark was caused by...
See, a big collar made
Bloody.
from the leather.
a leather collar?
Hot. I mean, what?
We are learning so much about these two that I don't know that I wanted to ever know.
I'm learning so much against my will right now.
Against my will.
Is this true, Mr. De Russo?
Oh, what? Saint Bernard at home when I was younger.
Wait.
Yeah.
The Hound of Baskerville. We found that collar.
Oh.
Remember that really big collar? Maybe there's like
Uh-huh.
some connection.
Yeah, the
I may be
design
grasping
is
at
very
straws
hot.
here, but
Never go away.
It is a souvenir from that time with a very strong chain.
A strong chain?
and you put that around your friend's neck.
Yeah,
I'm
just normal
sorry.
Guys being dudes.
I was so angry that he was leaving me alone.
Sorry.
Whoa!
Boys will be boys, and it's just trying to strangle each other with a dog collar.
Holy shit.
Boys will be boys. You know how they be strangling each other sexually all the time.
Damn. So this is just a yaoi?
Oh no, I didn't read that line first. Oh, this is getting weirder.
Oh.
I know, that's what I said!
Romeo
That's why I
versus
said
Juliet
that.
sequel. This is me, isn't it?
Yep, this is you.
Okay, I love that.
Congratulations.
Okay. You did not have to tie the chain to the leg of the Veneto. I would not have tried to run again.
You didn't do that to Inspector Gregson as well, did you?
Treated the people equal, is the Capo Ear's motto, eh? It's starting to sound a lot more like a prison, all of a sudden. The Capo is the tough. Yeah, meanwhile, he's like about to throw up. The Capo is the rough.
Well, it's too rough. Oh my
Woof.
god. Oh, I shouldn't have done it. Oh.
You should not have.
Wait, is he pregnant?
Oh, no, don't. You put that back in your mouth right now.
Oh,
Take
mega
those words
word?
back. You take that sentence right back.
And the father is.
If we get into Mpreg territory, I'm leaving, and you'll never see me again. I can't.
And that's stream, everyone. Have a good day.
So the following morning, when you released the
Sorry.
It gets worse. It gets worse.
when you released the inspector.
He has the red ring around his neck, just like me.
Pino, s'il vous plaît, leave it now.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, please.
Now you know, the Capo here, you don't want to tangle with him, eh? But for the inspector, it's not so bad.
Bro is literally gonna give birth on court. That's crazy.
He did cry earlier. Maybe that's
He
when
did
his water
cry.
broke.
Oh my god. I'm crying right now.
You are actually. Look.
They're both pregnant.
Wow. Double
God.
pregnancy.
It's Inspector Gregson's baby.
Oh my god. That's what happened in the bed.
Well, it's been nice being friends with you guys. But I gotta go. No. He spent the night in the nice room and it was nothing like prison, really.
That's what they all say.
Yeah.
You took away the man's freedom. However comfortable you make it sound, you were still holding him prisoner. Also, you tied him to a bed after collaring him.
Yeah. Don't say that.
Damn.
Then I say this. Or if you say that, then you say this. There is something like... Ooh. There is something that takes away for our freedom, too. A lack of money. So we are the prisoners as well, huh? All of us.
Huh?
What?
No money, no freedom. This is the truth. It makes me mad, and it makes me sad. What can we do?
Well, I did not expect to get into capitalist critiques here, but I guess we're here.
Anti-capitalism message.
Sorry.
Let's go.
Yes.
If you feel so disenfranchised, take money to court. It'll cost you, of course. Oof, there you have it. You see, that's why we need the Redhead League to fight for the justice.
Perhaps he has a point.
No, Mr. Naruhodo.
I'm highly
All we-
impressionable, it's fine.
The cocaine.
Yeah.
All we did was give the man a comfortable place to sleep for the night. I beg to differ. Correction. And if you say that it was a prison,
Perhaps he has a point again.
no. No, again, Mr. Naruhodo.
I have my 16-year-old assistant going, oh my god, what a fucking dumbass.
Weird, horny bitch. You should have heard him snoring. It's probably just the sounds of him trying to breathe.
Yeah.
Madai, if anyone was disturbed, it was us.
Not much to go on, really. And yet, somehow, too much.
Their testimony does make me wonder, you know. About this pocket watch belonging to the inspector, I mean.
Oh yeah, the one he treasured so much, apparently.
If he was confined but not restrained, as the witnesses are implying, he should still have been able to wind his watch.
That's very true, yes. So, did Inspector...
Sorry. I'm just thinking it out loud to myself, sorry.
So did Inspector Gregson actually die while he was being held captive by these redheads?
In which case, is it possible that these two young men are responsible for Inspector Gregson's...
Yes.
To be honest, I find that hard to believe. Perhaps we should try to find out exactly what happened.
Very wise, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes.
Alright, I
Here,
think
have a
we know where
cookie.
the contradiction is. He tried to escape, we have the collar, but if you look at his dead body,
Objection.
there's no mark. So, the day before his body was discovered, Inspector Gregson was taken prisoner while working incognito.
No, it was not like that. It was hardly a prison. It was an invitation to stay. It was only.
However you describe it, there's one glaring inconsistency that remains.
What inconsistency is this, council?
I would ask the court to look closely at this photograph of the victim, Inspector Gregson. You will see that there's no red ring visible around his neck.
But that makes no sense. It was me who took the collar off the man in the morning. And I saw the red bruises on his neck, just like I have.
Given that the mark is still clearly visible on this witness's neck, we'd expect to see bruising on the victim, who was put in the collar more recently than Mr. De Rossi.
Indeed, that is most peculiar.
Also, doesn't, when people die, you can still see bruises really well.
Oh, yeah.
But what we tell you, huh? We say this from the beginning many times.
Oui, Peppino is right. The man in the photograph. He is somewhat different to the man we held up captive that night. But at least you confessed to your crime, you know what I'm saying?
So, should we ask, how long it's been since someone saw Inspector Gregson last? Did he die, 2 weeks ago and no one's thought to, check in on him? You'd think at least the fish and chips vendor would be like, I haven't seen him in the last, 3 hours.
Order!
It would appear then that on the day before the incident, the man who visited the park on Lime Street posing as an incognito inspector was not Inspector Gregson at all.
Objection.
If that's true, however, how do you explain the inspector's identification? This is a genuine identification book, issued by Scotland Yard. It's inconceivable that someone could have stolen such an important item from the inspector. The prosecution made that assertion itself.
Mm-hmm.
And we also know that the inspector had made a note about the Red-Headed League in his diary for that day. Which surely means we can't divorce the two events completely.
The inconsistency noted by the defense is most troubling. I can speak English. If I were the real Inspector Gregson, whom these two red-headed gentlemen encountered, the fact that no bruising can be seen around his neck defies explanation.
But equally, if they actually encountered an imposter, my eyes watering, so I just guessed what that last word was going to be. How did that person come to be in possession of the real inspector's identification?
Does the defense have some plausible explanation, counsel?
Okay, the defense has an explanation. Does the defense have a plausible explanation? That depends on your definition of the word. The whole thing defies explanation.
It is good lord. It is too early in the stream for me to be messing up English this bad. It is for precisely...
I literally just fumbled a line. You're good.
Please remember, I think we were only an hour in last time when I said Occam's Reason. So,
It's okay. It is for precisely these occasions that we keep meticulous notes in the court record, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm gonna blame the redhead for my inability to speak regular English at the moment. Is that probably the actual reason why? No, but I'm gonna blame him anyway. Because those are the facts, and the facts cannot lie. That's not true.
The facts can't lie. Even when they point to something so incredible, it's almost unbelievable. Inspector Gregson had a twin? Like, alright, maybe we should take a look. Okay. I have my armband, I have a red-headed league, I have Mr. Vigil. He doesn't really look like Inspector Gregson, but maybe he does. We have the dismissal notice. Revolver. Oops. Bloody handprint. No idea. Let's see where this goes. Well, my lord, the true identity of the person who turned up in the park for the Red-Headed League's enrollment is revealed by information in the court record, I believe. Leonosuke, buddy, where are we going with this?
Good
Very
gracious.
confident.
Oh, shit.
Very tantalizing, Mr. Naruhodo. So why don't you help us all to see whatever truth it is that you've apparently seen? Ah! Who exactly was this inspector that appeared before Mr. De Russo and Mr. De Rossi?
It had to be an imposter.
Can we back that up? No.
Yeah. Though it seems incredible, I admit, the undeniable facts point to only one thing. Since no bruising can be seen on the victim's neck, the person who these two red-headed men took prisoner that day cannot have been Inspector Gregson.
In other words, your whole argument up to now has been a waste of time.
You know what? Fuck you.
Damn.
Objection.
I'm gonna get this right now just because of that.
Just out of spite.
On the contrary, I haven't finished.
What?
There's no bruising on the victim's neck, so the question immediately posed next is, who exactly was this man on the park on Lime Street found to be carrying Inspector Gregson's identification?
See, that's alright. We tell the same story every time. Whoever this man was, the capo dragged him from a pillar to a post with the dog collar.
Mon Dieu, Pepino. I was not so harsh as you say. Oh,
So, who was that falso inspector, eh? Who was he?
Sherlock Holmes.
Sholmes doesn't have a ring around his neck either, though.
The killer.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it had to have been the killer.
Oh.
Clearly the defense has an idea about that. About the true identity of the man who these two imprisoned that night.
I must ask the counsel of the defense to elaborate post haste. Who did the witness encounter in the park posing as Inspector Gregson? Oh shit.
Iris.
Yeah, clearly it was Iris.
Definitely Iris.
No.
I mean, Daily Vigil disappeared. But it seems kind of weird to make that... Why do he and his wife look so similar? Like,
oh no. You're
Their
not
Their noses
thinking.
are different.
yeah. But, like, they have the same hair color and the same eyes.
Hmm.
She's just got some mascara on.
You're thinking it was him?
I mean, that's the only thing that we have that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, we know that he was gone that night. And he always came home. So, the fact that he didn't come home that night, where was he? Well, he couldn't come home because he was tied up to a bed.
Hmm.
Then you try to make the case for anyone else. We know it wasn't Susato or Shohams, blah, 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 blah. These guys weren't even there that night yet. Wasn't Gina. Probably wasn't Strongheart. I think we'd have to really swing for the fences to say that's who it was.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
Probably,
makes sense.
hopefully wasn't Von Zeeks. I feel like he would have mentioned that at some point. Wasn't a
Or would
lady.
he ever be like too prideful to say I was tied to a bed?
Ah. I mean, this guy's the governor of the prison, so you assume he'd be at the prison at night.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We've already said it wasn't Gregson. Hopefully it wasn't Kazuma. And then all we have are the peddlers. Oh, wait. That mark around his neck.
Yeah.
Oh, gossip.
Fuck it, we're gonna do it. The music stopped.
Goodness
I'm a
me,
fucking genius.
isn't that?
I forgot he had that thing around his neck.
Mm-hmm.
One of the... Ugh. Breathed in wrong. Sorry about that great Foley work. One of the witnesses who was in the stand in this very courtroom earlier today. A nameless man whose only occupation appears to be peddling hearsay to passersby.
Sheesh.
What on earth would a street seller be doing with a police inspector's identification papers?
He's doing no good.
Witnesses, is this the man or not? What has happened to his lip?
We keep asking that question.
See, this man is not for the red. Oh wait, that's you. Fuck.
That's okay. See, this man is not for the Red-Headed League, eh? He's looking for the Twisted Lip League.
Wow.
No? Perhaps, rather than making such a rash claim next time, you should bite your lip instead.
It seems improbable, yes, but one undeniable fact remains. During his testimony earlier, I noted something around the man's neck, a red ring of bruising.
Eh.
The defense demands that Mr. Gossip be brought back to the stand.
Oh shit.
I have fantastic posture if you just look over at Nunosuke over here like, yes,
Just hunched over like a gargoyle.
I am a lawyer. I also will have back pain in the next 2 years.
Order, bailiff! Bring the aforementioned witness back into the courtroom. Immediately! Don't let him get away. Oh, well, I never. An undeniable ring of bruising indeed. And identical to that of the witness beside him. Now, what's going on here, eh? I've always had this, me. It's a birthmark, isn't it?
A birthmark, you say?
I assume the reason you've been recalled to the stand has been explained to you?
Hey, something about an inspector again. But I'm telling you, I've got it all, well, you got it all wrong, as usual.
You're denying all knowledge of it.
Well, of course I am. Are you trying to kill me with this nonsense, eh?
Yes. Well, at least you'll have more stories to peddle back on Fresno Street, won't you? Now, we're going to need you to testify again.
And you, Mr. De Rousseau and Mr. De Rossi, I'm sure you'll cooperate, won't you?
Do we have no any choice?
No.
Damn.
We are in a big trouble, eh, couple?
Yes.
Going to jail, bitch. That's quite enough dilatory chatter. Proceed with the testimony.
I love how they sat there and went, we have two really annoying witnesses on the stand. Wouldn't it be better if we brought a third annoying witness back to the stand?
Yes.
Thinking with our heads here. All right, the inspector and the identification revisited.
The man who claimed to be an inspector that day was definitely not this man.
It's right, see? You think we would forget these grand lips, huh?
I never leave Fresno Street, all right? I'm not interested in any red-headed league. I'm all alone in the world. Me, I've got no kinfolk or nothing. Why would I be involved in something like that? Just look at me, eh? Does it look like I could carry off a disguise with a face like this? Unless that is a disguise. It would certainly appear that we have the wrong man. What I've been telling you, huh? There is no need for this pointless testimony.
Ugh.
They're all in on it. That's right. I'm just a simple peddler, remember? Fresno Street's all I know. How would I have come by a police officer's identification book, eh?
Well, yes, that's hard to explain, but
A brief cross-examination, I think, counsel. Very brief.
ugh. Isn't there anyone in this courtroom who thinks I might be onto something?
I stand steadfastly at your side as always, Mr. Naruhodo.
You're the best.
You're the best, Susato.
Susato's still my favorite at the moment. Fuck you, Kazuma.
The man who claimed to be an inspector that day was definitely not this man.
So you say. But how can you be quite so certain?
There is no need to out your hands on the desk, monsieur. Surely the reason is obvious, no? Because I've never seen the lips like this.
Nevertheless, there's a clear red mark around Mr. Gossip's neck.
The
And
lips of the angels.
And it looks very much like that left behind on the neck of your colleague by your prized collar.
Mon Dieu, with your words. It's like you tried to wring my neck.
Trying to get you to lose, baby.
It does look very much like my neck, though, eh?
No. This is a birthmark, lad. The biggest lips in London, and neck to die for. Hey, they broke the mold when they made me.
Can I roll
the
to try
first
to rip
time.
off his lips?
Yes. For the first time in my life. I feel lucky to have been born with red hair.
Can we go back and look at the characters that we have
Yeah.
in the court record?
Which one are you? Who are you looking for?
So look at Gossip. And then our missing dude. Go back. Okay. Had a thought, but I don't think it's right.
That
First,
he was in disguise, maybe?
yeah. But there's too
Oh,
many.
their hair.
Yeah, but
their
like the
hair.
nose is completely different.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Their
they have
chins
the
are
same
like
hair.
similar shapes, but
It
like,
could be
Gossip
maybe.
has like a cleft chin.
Yeah.
Okay, but what if prosthetics?
I mean, you know, possible.
Yeah.
The lip, I'm just thinking that's just a fat lip at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm
I-
not counting that in comparing the two pictures.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll find out. And I thought being Japanese made you stand out in London.
No, the big lips. They
So
haunt
you
me.
maintain that you have never seen this man before?
We say saw. I swear to by the flames of my hair.
So, fierce pride has outgrown the frustration with your hair now, has it?
Is right, see? You think we would forget these grand lips, huh?
Hold it!
I will say they are very distinctive. Well,
Yeah.
yes, I don't imagine I'll forget those lips in a hurry either.
Unless you made out on that bed. And that's why his lip is swollen.
I mean, you have to really go to town to make it quite that big, so, you know.
Sorry.
That is what I am saying. For some reason, it makes me want to eat. How did Vivian call it? An eclair.
Eclair.
You know, I've never seen the hair as black as yours before either.
Yeah, I know, I'm hot. Likewise, I'd never seen red hair like yours until I came to Britain.
See, maybe it's a nationality trait, huh? A nationality trait? Sorry. Maybe all the people from this man's country have a grand lips.
No, lad, I was born right here on Fresno Street. I've never left.
Sanitary.
Oof, that is the problem, see?
So you definitely didn't go to the park on Lime Street that day, Mr. Gossip.
How many times do you want me to say it, eh? I've never leave Fresno Street, alright? I have no interest in any red-headed league.
Every time he hits his lip, like, I feel like I've bit my lip all of a sudden, and I can't really explain it, but
Phantom
I don't
pain.
like it. I know.
Phantom pain.
So, you'd heard of the Red-Headed League, had you?
Phantom lip trills. You don't get a name like Gossip for nothing, eh? It's my business to know what's going on in town. I sold that tasty tidbit to a fair few redheads that came past me. Just between us, I've even got sandwich to cough up for it.
Well, he does have a very red nose. That counts.
Who knows?
But as you can see, my own hair's not a hint of red in it. And in any case, Fresno Street's my patch. You won't catch me setting up in some part of town. No, sir, not likely.
What do you have to say about that, sir? Mr. De Rousseau.
Oh, oui. Can I help you?
Did Mr. Gossip's words just now lead you to remember something relevant, perhaps?
It was the other day when I was looking for a place near the park. A small house or something.
To be the headquarters of your red-headed league. Yes.
I visited an housing agent on Lime Street, and there I saw him. This man was paying money to the agent. What?
Mr. Gossip? With a housing agent?
Oui. He had some kind of contract in his hand, and they were clearly discussing terms. But no, you're mistaken, chum. I've never left Fresno Street beat, like I said before. You've been mistaking me for someone else, someone with the same face.
No, the capo is right. I remember it too. He was paying the man with the banknotes. With notes?
Like I said, that wasn't me.
I was curious why this man with the dirty clothes had so much money. So I looked at the name on the papers.
And what name was written? Mr. Gossip?
No, this man, he lies. He tells you that he has no name, but it's Daily. Oh!
Whoa!
But in fact, the name is Hugh Boone, huh? Is better than Mr. Gossip, I think. See?
No! I'm a peddler of tidbits of information, like I said, on Fresno Street, and that's all. I don't much like folk talking about my personal life. Oh, indeed. It was not the intention of the court to invade the privacy of the witnesses.
I wonder. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, it's just that's what they do here is invade privacy.
Yeah.
And
Just kind of thinking like on the same track as you and chat, like we know that Daly was no longer a prison guard.
mhm.
But what if he got picked up by Scotland Yard and he's undercover and that's why he's freaking out so bad?
Mhm.
Is because we're about to blow his cover, basically. I don't know why he would be undercover, but
Yeah.
Because he was investigating the same thing as Gregson.
maybe, yeah.
And they were partners.
Could be. Possibly.
And they-
They were partners. And that's why Gregson, yeah.
Sorry.
And there was only one bed.
And a collar.
Yeah.
Oh.
And a handcuff. Anyway. And this is not the intention. Oh, wait, I already said that.
Oh, sorry.
Very well, I shall respect your wishes, sir.
Excuse you.
No,
The
don't respect
information
his
named
wishes.
shall be redacted from all court records of this trial, assuming no objections.
Yeah, objection.
Immediately object.
I'm sorry, my lord.
Objection right now.
But the defense does indeed object. Because the name just mentioned has a very deep significance to this case.
Good gracious. Do you similarly object, Prosecutor Asuki?
As it happens, my lord, that particular name has already been mentioned during today's proceedings.
Yeah, if you'd fucking paid attention, my lord.
Well,
You might remember
never,
it too.
In much capacity.
Hugh Boone. The name of the leaseholder of the room.
Let me put this very simply. The victim's body was discovered in your rented room. And that would explain why the picture of his wife was in there too.
Mm-hmm. I suggest, sir, that you start talking.
Oh, alright. I suppose that might be the case, eh? He stands so sassily with his
I
ass
know,
out.
like tits out, ass out, like that man is ready for action. So, your real name is Hugh Boone?
Well, just between us, I don't like to blow me own trumpet, but there's no finer peddler and tidbits in town. So hey, I happen to be able to afford a grubby little room in a fallen down backstreet townhouse. You do. And once every 6 months, I go and pay the rent to the agent on Lime Street. I remember now. There were 2 vulgar redheads in there last time.
If either of us is a vulgar, it's not to me.
Yeah, that is true. He is not into the colors like I am. Think again, Pepino.
Why didn't you bring this up before?
Oh, it's like I told you already. Wait, I wanted to fucking... I don't like... Oh, my name changed. I don't like talking about my personal life. I'm a tidbit peddler. As far as everyone else is concerned, no fuss. You will update your testimony to include the most surprising revelation, Mr. Boone. If I must.
You must. So, the leaseholder Scotland Yard has been looking for since the body was discovered has been under our noses all along.
I rented the room when that fellow was found. It's true. For what difference it makes?
I feel like it makes a lot of difference.
Mm-hmm.
So, you live in that room, presumably, do you?
Oh, no, I don't live in there. What do you think? There's no bed in there. It's just a desk.
Then, why would you want to rent it?
For money. Well, I don't think I should have to say it, really.
Huh?
Then how about the notice board in there? Which was covered from top to bottom in confidential documents only the police should have had access to.
Well, no, that board's not mine. The inspector must have brought it along. It's only the other bits and bobs that belong to me. The desk and the chair and that.
People don't generally carry enormous notice boards around with them. The real question is, why was Inspector Gregson killed in there? In your room?
Well, obviously, I'm not the faintest idea. I mean, it's causing me no end of bother, to be honest.
It seems to me that Mr. Mr. Boone, would rather as little is known about his room as possible for some reason.
Yes, it does come across that way. And more importantly, knowing that the scene of the crime is actually his room completely changes things. In particular, there's one part of his testimony that's really bothering me now. Okay. I don't know which one it is, but I forgot what his testimony was already.
Nice.
That's how I'm finally going to undo this man.
I'm all alone in the world. I've got no kinfolk or anything. Why would I be involved in something like that?
Objection.
Hey, why do you have a picture of this man's wife? If you have no kinfolk, as you put it, then explain why it is that among the sparse furnishings we found this photograph in the room.
Oh,
I presume, as you've been renting the room, that this photograph belongs to you, does it not?
well,
Mr. Boone, drop the pretense and tell the court exactly who you really are.
no, I don't know what you mean. I'm a peddler. I keep telling you so. You don't really need to bother with me. Please, just leave it alone.
As the man says, leave it alone. Whatever the truth is about this man's life, it has no bearing on this case.
No.
Yes, it does. Because it's simply not possible that he impersonated Inspector Gregson.
Objection.
How can you be so sure?
Just look at the man. No amount of disguise could ever hide those unmissable features.
Objection.
But what if we were to look at this the other way around?
What do you mean?
Yes, counsel, what do you mean?
Well, there's no denying that Mr. Boone's lip is very prominent indeed. But consider the possibility that his prominent lip is itself part of an elaborate disguise.
Oh,
Then, hiding that prominent feature, in other words, revealing his true face, would make an utterly impenetrable disguise. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Hugh Boone?
Looks like he got a pee.
God witness! Or are you still trying to hide the truth from this court?
If that's a disguise, then underneath it, his true identity must be.
Yes, that's right. There's really only one person he could really be.
Sherlock Holmes.
My lord, yeah. The defense believes it can reveal Mr. Boone's true identity to the court.
No, please. No. Very well then, counsel. What is the true identity of this peddler who goes simply by the name of Gossip on the street?
Take that!
Your real name is actually Mr. Vigil, isn't it? Mr. Daily Vigil.
Oh! I don't recall that name, counsel. Who is Mr. Vigil?
It's a name I encountered yesterday, my lord. It has to do with a certain client of Mr. Herlock Sholmes. A young gentlewoman came to the detective asking him to locate her missing husband. The woman in this photograph, in fact. This is Mrs. Vigil.
What?
From what I understand, you haven't returned home since the night before the inspector was found dead. But of course, on that night, you were being held captive by the two red-headed League men.
And last night you were put up by the prosecution service in preparation for testifying in this trial. Because we'd been led to believe that you, Miss Venus, and Mr. Sandwich were all homeless. Being important witnesses in this case, we needed to know where we could find you, of course.
And that explains why you've not only been unable to return home, but also unable to contact your wife, who's been beside herself with worry, waiting for you at the Vigil residence, in case you even care.
No, hold on just a minute. I don't have a...
What I'm talking about. Really? It's a simple enough matter to confirm my suspicions. All we have to do is pull off that disguise. Imagine he's not actually wearing a disguise and we just try to pull off this man's lip.
Rip his face
Woo!
off. Rip
Woo!
his face off.
It's like the Masked Singer.
Exactly, there we go. Take it off.
Take it off.
No, no, please. Bailiff, take it off. Take it off. Bring a soap sponge and a wash bowl at once. Mr. De Rousseau and Mr. De Rossi, you will restrain the witness.
I feel like maybe you should have the bailiff do
witnesses?
that and not
Yeah,
the
what
other
the fuck?
witnesses.
Oui, my
Oui,
lord.
my lord. Si, my lord.
Yeah, I love these. Oh! No, no, stop! Don't! Oh, shit.
Oh.
Well,
Oh. Oh no, he's hot.
ah.
Oh no, he's hot. It's like handsome Squidward.
Ah.
Whoa! Tuscaroo. I mean, we are now seeing your true features, I presume.
Well, shit.
And a costume change.
And a new outfit. What the
They let him go change. Like, they're like, here. We feel so bad for letting those two thieves
Put their hands all over you.
accost you. Lift your head, sir. The court, so the court can see your face.
Oh no, he's Bishonen. It would appear that the defense's counsel assertion was entirely correct.
Yeah, it was. Thank you. Would you mind saying that again?
But louder?
Yeah, but louder and like look at Kazuma that time. Almost
is
like,
all-
you know, I'm disappointed in you. Like,
Make direct eye contact with Kazuma and say that I was right.
exactly.
This has all been an elaborate deception.
I top tonight.
Well, so would witness tell the court. Have you seen this man before? I don't believe it's but.
I'm gonna throw up. See, there is another question. This is the inspector we saw at the park.
Extraordinary!
He looks a little bit like a drowned cat. I'm not gonna lie.
A pathetic sopping wet cat. Let's
Mhm.
go.
On the day of the Red-Headed League enrollment, the man claiming to be Inspector Gregson, who appeared before Mr. De Rousseau and Mr. De Rossi in the park,
Excuse me, was you just disguised as the inspector?
Good
Or
one,
rather,
Cosmar.
yeah, can you imagine it? Jesus. Anyway, was you posing as the inspector in no disguise at all?
okay, Kazuma, that was kind of my moment that you just stole, but whatever.
Yeah, gee.
You're
And you burped, like, how dare you?
Damn.
Power move.
Mr. Vigil was formerly employed as the chief warder at Barclay Prison.
The chief warder. Then your career had promise. Why would quite possibly have become the future governor of the prison? What on earth have you been doing peddling tittle-tattle on Fresno Street?
Well, it's been 10 years since Mr. Vigil worked at the prison.
I don't know why. 10 years. I don't know why, but that made me think of so the tittle tattle.
Mhm.
I have a fun thing to tell everybody. I found
What?
out today. So the MLB, so professional baseball,
Mhm.
did like a new like branded hats for all the teams, and it was like like the name. So like for the Angels, it would have said like Anaheim, and then there was the big like Angel A in
Mhm.
front of it. Well, that backfired on them because Texas, the Rangers logo is a T. So with the way that it was overlaid,
Mhm.
it looked like it said Titas.
Amazing. It's a titties hat.
Yeah, so you can't order those anymore.
We all love a good
Apparently-
tata or tita.
Apparently, nobody at the MLB design team can speak Spanish or have any other ideas of like what other words for boobs could be. Anyway, that was my
Titties.
titties.
Yes, titties.
I'm really dreadfully sorry about all
Now
of
back
this.
to this sadness.
I know.
Yes, it's true. I am daily visual.
And you were the chief warder at Barclay Prison 10 years ago now? Or 10 years ago? Ooh. So, where did Mr. Hugh Boone come from?
Boone is the other me. It's a name I invented. Well, evidently there's a great deal under the surface here. I'll explain everything. I'll tell you just how wretched my life has become.
Oh, he's saying.
Man,
He is
Dr.
sad for
Scythe
ya.
managed to ruin like a lot of lives at the same time.
As you say, it was 10 years ago now that my employment at Barclay Chief Warder came to an end. Having left the prison service, I searched for some new occupation by which to earn a wage. But times were hard in London, and I found no suitable engagement at all. In desperation one day, I turned my hand to selling wares on Fresno Street.
But your wife appears to know nothing of this. She still maintains that you are the chief warder at Barclay Prison.
I was utterly determined that my wife should not know of my failings, which is why I've never told her.
That's a great way to run a marriage.
I opened an account at the bank under the name Hugh Boone, and I rented the cheapest room I could find on Fresno Street.
The scene of the very crime we're investigating.
Yes, that's right.
place from which I could emerge every morning and eat at a squalid peddler, and transform myself back every evening at 5 into a well-dressed man about town before returning home. That quickly became my daily routine.
That's depressing as hell. I was puzzled by the lack of furniture in the room. But that explains it.
But why on earth didn't you just tell us this in the first place?
Because it was more fun to lie.
I have a wife, sir, and 2 sons. And without wishing to sound self-conceited, they regard me with some pride. I couldn't bring myself to disappoint them.
So instead, you decided to conceal your occupation from them?
Yes. I've made such a terrible mess of everything.
Yeah, you did.
Correct. Still, one thing doesn't add up. No matter how many tidbits of information you could sell to a passing gentleman, even a 6 pence apiece, you couldn't hope to match the salary you must have commanded as chief warder at the prison.
Very true. You have kept your family in comfort despite 10 years of somewhat misbegotten employment.
That was all thanks to Inspector Gregson.
What? Inspector Gregson? What on earth? Were you an informant?
It was some years after I'd invented Boone and begun my other life as a street seller. The inspector, that is, recognized me one day.
You mean to say the victim was an acquaintance of yours?
I knew him from my time working at the prison. When he saw what I'd become, he was deeply troubled for me and my family. And from that day forward, he visited me on Fresno Street with increasing regularity.
And then you killed him.
Yes. I mean, no. Then one day, he asked me if I would carry out a secret assignment for him.
A secret? What was it?
Well, if I told you, it wouldn't be a secret now, would it? I was to impersonate the inspector.
What? Impersonate him? Gregson's not really dead. No.
We always met in that little room that the inspector could brief me.
Visit Oxys tomorrow and take a statement from the proprietress.
It was always something along those lines. Surveillance work, interviewing people. On those occasions, he would lend me his identification so people would believe who I was. My instructions were to make an impression, to let people know that Inspector Gregson had been at work. And for those services, he compensated me financially.
Scotland Yard inspector willingly relinquishes his identification into your care with intent to deceive?
Man, it's a good thing he's dead.
As I'm sure I need to point out, is a very serious criminal offense.
Yep, what are you gonna do to a dead man?
Nothing.
But why? What was the point of you impersonating him?
An alibi.
I truthfully do not know. All I can say is that the inspector warned me on numerous occasions.
Now remember, Vigil, I need your solemn word. You don't blab about this to anyone, alright? Ever. Even if I end up in a croaker. And you did croak.
Mm-hmm.
In time, he sought to bring papers with him to the room as well. It became something of a second office for him.
Wait, so you pay? I mean, I guess technically he kind of indirectly pays the rent.
Yeah, now he's dead, and now what am I going to do?
I know. Like, how's he gonna pay the rent now?
Shit.
Gina's
all
probably
out of
not
luck.
gonna pay it for him.
Oh, hell no.
So, in fact, the person who declared himself to be Inspector Gregson at the park on Lime Street was really.
Yes, it was me, acting on Inspector's orders. As usual, I removed my boon disguise, and then went as instructed to the park, armed with Inspector's identification book. It never occurred to me that the bruise on my neck might give me away. Holy shit!
Well, it would seem this confession completely destroys the defense's case. God
What?
damn it, Kazuma.
I can't have 5 fucking minutes apiece, can I?
Nope.
That's why you can't have nice things.
Uh huh.
Explain yourself, Prosecutor Asbury.
My learned friend's assertion was as follows. The victim was killed at another location on the day before his corpse was discovered, at the hands of these two red-headed League men when they imprisoned the inspector.
But no, that can't be. After all, it was the inspector who went to the park that day. It was me.
Oh, goodness.
Finally, we have clarity. We have nothing to do with the murder of the inspector.
And merci, Monsieur de la Défense, for proving it.
What? Ah!
Back to square one, y'all.
Back to square one.
Order, order, order. Indeed, it would appear that we have reached a factual conclusion of sorts. These witnesses have no involvement in the murder of the victim. As proven somewhat ironically by the defense.
Ah.
I hereby call the end of the cross-examination.
Hold it.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
oh shit.
Oh, shit. The music, man. Pardon me, my lord, but with your permission, I would like to pose one further question to the witness.
Kazuma?
He's gonna save our ass.
Yeah.
What question, counsel?
We've only done all the work for him. Like, he can save my ass once. I'm still topping tonight.
It concerns the events of 10 years ago. Oh, of course. Why did I not see this coming? I believe you would have been present at a very significant execution that was carried out at the time.
This seems like a
10
weird
years
time to
ago.
air this out, but okay.
Yeah, like, bro? 10 years ago.
Huh? The execution of the professor, Genshin Asogi.
I have to know exactly what your involvement was.
Oh,
Answer me, man.
One moment, counsel. Is this related to the current case?
No, fuck off, Your Honor.
Yes. Naturally.
What?
Liar.
Bitch is so
This
dumb.
man is just bullshitting.
Like a liar.
All men do is lie. No.
It is the prosecution's belief that this case and the events of 10 years ago are inextricably linked.
Does the Defense Concur Council?
Kazuma, you're not yourself. You're not as calm and collected as usual.
It's kind of hot.
Poor Kazuma-sama. No wonder he's acting this way. Mr. Vigil's memories of what happened 10 years ago would tell the tale of Genshin Asogi's last moments. His own father.
I know. I do understand that. But even so.
Not the time or place.
Cause it, Prosecutor Asogi.
That's hot.
Kazuma also thought that was hot.
Don't worry, you're getting pegged tonight. Do you genuinely believe that this question requires an answer in order to learn the truth behind Inspector Gregson's death?
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah, like, here's my question. Neonosuke, where are we going with this? Because if we say no, it's not related, the case ends. We have no other options here.
Yeah.
Like, let's go with this. We've done stupider side quests before, so...
He can get in trouble for asking stupid questions that aren't relevant to the case. Let him do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know?
why not?
We were...
Plus, I
Light
can
the fuck
continue to
up.
look hot. So, yeah. Come on. I'm the only person that has any Riz here.
Oh shit, we got him to say please. I need you to trust me. Please.
Ooh, he said please.
We love manners.
We do love
He
manners.
loves begging. I mean, what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Very well. Then the defense has no objection.
I
You can make
see.
it up to me later.
Is this what you call flirting? I mean, in that case, you will answer the question, witness.
The judge is like, wow, Japanese people flirt real weird.
The truth is,
I remember very little of that time.
You've forgotten. Oh, bitch.
I'm sorry to say yes. As I said, I resigned from my role at the prison 10 years ago. But for some peculiar reason, my memory of the events leading up to that moment is extremely hazy.
Weird.
Ugh.
Hmm.
Does that not strike you as strange, Mr. Naruhodo?
Sorry? I wasn't paying attention. I was staring at Kazuma.
I was too preoccupied with the fact that he said please.
Thinking about, things.
Don't worry. You don't want to ask me more questions about what I want to do to your brother.
Wow.
Thank God I had not swallowed that drink of water yet.
Yeah, you got lucky.
Well, 10 years ago, 10 years is a long time. But to have forgotten the reason why he left such an important job.
Yes, you're right. And not only that, but Kazuma also said please. Mr. Vigil's claim contradicts what we already know.
The human spirit is a fragile thing. It is broken all too easily. Which is why... I'm gonna break your bones. We have a tendency to wrap it up for protection.
Oh, you would know about that.
Wrap it up. Safe sex.
Sheesh. Sorry, the human spirit.
You've heard of the Susato
I'm afraid.
takedown.
Yeah.
Time
I
to die
don't
by my
understand.
sword. Sorry.
I'm afraid I don't know what you mean. What even is the will to live anymore?
When we experience pain and suffering that we feel unable to bear, we block it out, obliterate it from our memories, seal it away. And we never go to therapy.
Yeah.
But it never truly leaves
Whoa.
us.
We will stand here and beat you with this sword until you remember. The
You think
beatings
you'll
will
remember
continue
if I
until
stab
morale.
you just
Yeah,
right?
there we go.
Whoa.
If sorry. If the seal is broken, the memories resurface. And when they do, that fragile spirit may finally be crushed.
Get ready to get wrecked.
Get absolute eat shit, dude, is the vibe I'm getting here.
Yeah.
But I really don't.
Kazuma-sama. But if it must be crushed, then so be it. Because the truth will not stay buried. It's coming out one way or another.
He's very cute when he's passionate. Right. Now I understand. It's clear what his intentions are. He means to expose the truth at any cost. Perhaps if I pointed out the contradiction in what Mr. Vigil claimed earlier, it might cause some crucial memories to return to him. But should I? Should I present the evidence or not? I mean, I want to do it. Mostly because, worst case scenario, Kazuma goes crazy with his sword, and I'm going to call that hot. But also because I don't have any other reason not to.
Yeah.
Fucking do it. I saved. I have no idea how this is going to go. But this is a court of law, and I have a duty to pursue the truth. Mr. Vigil, I'd like you to look at this. Evidence that clearly contradicts your version of events. I wasn't paying attention to his version of events.
Good thing we saved.
Oh, he was aiding and abetting the escape from this prison of convict.
There we go.
Let's see. Indications are that the jailbreak plot was conceived prior to the convict's incarceration. It's believed that the convict engaged in some sort of negotiation with prison staff in order to secure assistance. Full disclosure of information regarding these negotiations will be demanded. Did we just not read this? It's a very good possibility we didn't read it.
Oh.
Like,
I don't remember reading it.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Take that!
Just a few moments ago, you made the following statement. I resigned from my role at the prison 10 years ago.
Oh, well, yes.
In other words, you claim to have left the post of chief warder of your own volition.
Well, of course. Why?
Tell me, do you remember seeing this document before?
Oh, no, I don't.
This is a dismissal notice ordering the immediate termination of a prison staff member's employment.
A dismissal notice.
And the name on the notice is yours, Mr. Vigil.
What? What? It's mine.
So you didn't resign from the prison service at all. For some reason, you were dismissed as chief warder from Barclay.
There's been some mistake, I'm sure. I'm sure I tendered my resignation. This dismissal notice is nonsense. Ah, isn't it? Ah.
If you were forcibly dismissed, there must have been good reason. Clearly, you did something. Mr. Vigil, it's time to break the seal and have you remember.
We're about to do some psychological damage to this man, so heads up, I have a feeling it's gonna get a little iffy here for a second.
Just starts saying like just random shit, trying to like unlock him like the Winter Soldier. According to remaining records. The final execution that you supervised was on the 17th of June, 10 years ago. And on that day, something very serious took place at Barclay Prison.
The 17th of June.
Was that the professor's execution?
Bruh. Professor.
We're gonna send this man to the hospital.
Good. As you were the chief warder at the time, it stands to reason that you would have been present throughout the proceedings.
It does sound familiar.
And yet the execution never took place. The convict, ostensibly executed earlier that day, later re-emerged from his grave.
The convict came back to life.
In the cemetery in the middle of the night, there was a witness.
However, the witness claims that the moment after he saw the convict clambering out of his grave, a gunshot rang out from over his shoulder, and the bullet pierced the professor's chest, killing him instantly. Those may have been the professor's actual last moments.
Yes. Yes.
Seeing as you were in charge of overseeing executions at the time, you must know the truth about what really happened. It's in your head, somewhere deep down. Well, Chief Warder Daily Vigil, I know there are memories in your head that can explain what happened on the 17th of June 10 years ago. And now it's time for you to drag them up. We love it when it's like this.
Mr. Vigil?
He's gonna start like Joker laughing.
Yes. The whole prison. It was complete chaos. Prisoner escaped. He was killed in the cemetery. Shocking news ripped through Barclay like a hurricane.
What? What?
Order! Do you mean to say, Mr. Vigil, that your memories of that time have returned?
My head. It's like some floodgates have been opened. The images, the screams.
Oh my goodness.
The papers. There were reports, articles about a man who'd seen a ghost.
Yes, Enoch Drebber.
Oh, but surely those reports were exaggerated.
There were traces at the scene.
Traces of what?
In Lowgate Cemetery, a plot number 139. Blood. Lots of blood. That's where the man was buried, of course. Obviously, something terrible had happened there.
The depths of conspiracy and depravity from this tale is emerging are quite staggering.
I've reviewed the police records from that time extensively. A thorough investigation was conducted by Scotland Yard. to ascertain how the convict managed to escape in the first place. And the conclusion reached by the investigation team was that a member of the prison staff must have been involved.
Are you suggesting that prison warder abetted the mass bid for freedom?
Yes, yes. And I was suspected of doing it. Of using that mass murderer's execution as a way to help him escape.
You did what?
I remember now. The horror of it is coming back to me.
He just keeps picking up speed.
One evening, he's a Beyblade. A few days later after the execution, the detectives came to the prison. I was called to the governor's office at the top of the watchtower.
I think I was that dude, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Daly. This is serious business, but can I help you now? No. Oh, that's right. As chief warder, you were responsible for overseeing the execution of Foray. Well, it seems the fellows at Scotland Yards want to have a few wee words with you about it. You better pack your things, laddie. You're to attend in person.
As soon as he told me that, my mind just went completely blank. And the next thing I knew, I the professor, the most hated killer in the country's history. And I let him escape. I'm finished. My life. It's over.
We just killed that man.
Yep.
Oh, yep, there he goes.
Yep, there he goes.
Well, he's dead.
I love how we're just all kind of standing there like, well, yeah,
He'll be
kind of
fine.
force all that.
Order! Order! Bailiff! Fetch a doctor at once. No dying in my courtroom allowed. That is very, very unlawful of you. Stop dying. Stop dying right now. Court is adjourned for today with immediate effect.
Stop it.
You stop dying right now, mister.
I'm going to
Stop
count to
that.
3.
With Mr. Vigil's collapse, proceedings came to an abrupt end for the day. Once again overshadowed by the legacy of that notorious killer,
forget
appearing
that this
like
is
a
what Rinaldi
cursed
sounds
ghost
like.
ship
I
on
know.
a foggy ocean.
Weird.
Lord Van Zeeks, Mr. Vigil, Kazuma, and Gregson. All of them bound by invisible chains anchored to the same wreckage in the murky depths of the past. But the miraculous light that had been trying to cut through the gloom and shine on those tragic events was playing on the edges of the truth at last.
That's poetic.
Very poetic.
Love that for him.
After we just saw a man almost die in the courtroom. But hey, we made to be continued.
Hell yeah.
We
Perfect timing.
survived. All right. Well, who knows what we're actually arguing at this point? Because that actually kind of didn't seem to have anything directly about
Gregson.
Gregson. So what? I assume we're about to go investigate.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
So what we're going to go investigate, I'm not entirely sure since we don't know what we're trying to prove, but we'll find out.
Damn.
And yeah,
Are we about to? Was Gregson trying to uncover the truth of the professor from years ago
I don't know.
secretly?
Oh.
I mean, we know that he was friends with Clint, so
Yeah. Oh.
and he saw, Von Zeeks basically go downhill after his older brother's death.
Basically, he was like probably killed because it's like, oh no, you learn too much, you die.
Because, remember, Von Zeeks was also investigating him. So, Chat
But yeah, I
thinks he
feel
was
like-
just covering up the conspiracy like last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
We'll find
That's
out.
crazy. And the best way to do it would be to befriend the guy who got fired.
It is kind
Oh,
of interesting though. Like, if he was covering up a conspiracy, we know that Gregson was transferring to Paris because he was going to
Yeah.
take Gina. So why would he be leaving?
mm.
Yeah.
Maybe they fled to France, whoever it is he's after.
I don't know. That, or they wanted to axe him before he could leave.
Mm-hmm.
Because as soon
Mm,
as while he's under the British system, he can be manipulated by those higher up in the British system. I still think Strongheart is somewhere in this.
Yeah, I think
So
you're onto something there.
that's my guess, is that Strongheart somehow is responsible for Gregson's death.
mm-hmm.
And he's basically been kind of manipulating Gregson. Von Zeeks maybe was investigating Gregson because he was seeing the shit that Strongheart was sort of manipulating him through and thought he was doing it of his own volition or something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I'd
Very
like to
plausible.
think Gregson is a good person because we saw him, mentor Gina and all that. So,
Yeah.
and we did see like that picture of him with Clint and Von Zeeks. So, we know that it's at least at some point he cared for them. Like,
Yeah.
would he
Mm-hmm.
really like help cover up the murder of one of them?
Mm. Could be true.
It's a
Could be possible.
possibility, yeah. I just don't want to think about it. I liked
Mm-hmm.
him.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Right.
supposed to die of high cholesterol,
Yeah,
not
from the
get
fish and
murdered.
chips.
Like, come on, man. I will say, moving to Paris was probably not going to be good for his cholesterol either. So,
It
yeah,
would have been fucked either way.
yeah. I mean, he couldn't have had that many more good years in him. But
I will say though, the fact that he was trying to look after the redheaded league, and we just happened to have a redheaded league, I guess boss, mafia boss, who is French. Hmm.
maybe.
He is French. Like why? Because that was bothering me this entire time. I'm like, with all due respect, why is there a French and Italian guy in England trying to do scams? When they could have no, well, for lack of a better way to phrase it, why wouldn't they just try it in their own countries?
I mean, I think that they
Why come to England?
mentioned early on that they were in England because they went to boarding school in
Oh,
England,
Mm-hmm.
which was how they met.
oh,
Yes.
And they were getting ready to flee the country. So,
I see. Okay, so I'm thinking too deeply about the French.
I mean, I think that, maybe if I remember correctly, Gregson was about to go work with Interpol, which, like, Interpol has some international pull. No pun intended, just fun pun. So maybe he could have investigated Strongheart, even if Strongheart did become, I don't remember what he wants to be, the big attorney dude.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea where this is going.
This is cray cray, you guys.
I don't know if Cosmo's about to commit a war crime. Maybe we committed a war crime back in that courtroom. I'm sure that we probably should have had a psychologist on hand or something to walk him through that, waking up so he didn't almost die in the courtroom, but we didn't. So bad on us.
Yep.
It's at the same level of having him restrained by the witnesses earlier. So
Yeah, they're like, you have prison guards right there to do
mhm.
the bailiffs to do their job, and they're like, oh, witnesses, do their job.
Yeah, literally, like, bailiff, you go get a washcloth
Mm-hmm.
and a bucket of water. We're
That's
gonna
crazy.
scrub this man.
You're gonna scrub his lip off.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't like the animation of that falling off. That was very uncomfy.
That was very icky.
It was yucky and I didn't like it.
I was more kind of impressed that it stayed on for as long as it did with him like playing with it.
Yeah.
And then just fell off. Like it lost the will to live.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a demon and they have a pact. And as soon as he gave up, the demon was like, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
out
I just
too
want to
then.
know how the fuck did he get it to stay?
Right?
Is it like spirit gum? Like what
You
is
really good, you
Yeah.
old spirit gum. Hot glue,
How is
it's
this-
fine.
hot glue is crazy on your space?
Mm.
Mm-mm. Yeah, because
Well,
I'm like, if he's poor, how does he afford spirit gum?
chewing gum.
Oh God.
Well,
Same thing.
we'll figure out next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next stream, for all of us is going to be next Tuesday. Because remember, Thursday, Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to see,
Wait, what? Sorry, what?
I made the world's worst joke and
Oh.
it just bombed. It's fine.
It's fine. You're fine. Still love you though.
Good. If you want to see Lemur and I, Thursday, come into. I don't know how thirsty we're gonna get. We don't tend to do the monster fucking thing.
Not
I
those
think
kind.
I've made jokes about it, but like, yeah, not this kind. So,
No zombies, thank you.
so if you do want to check that out, we'll be playing probably Resident Evil Biohazard on Thursday. So you can go check us out
Speak for
then.
yourself.
Wow. Chat's like monster fuckers. Let's go.
Like
Yeah,
zombie
We
fuckers.
celebrate.
Look, a regular monster, I'll consider. Right? That it could be an interesting
Consider.
experience.
The
A zombie is
Mothman,
just
hot.
yeah, exactly. But a
You
zombie
literally
is just
said what?
a dead human being. Like
Yeah, I'm
you
not
can
into
fuck
necrophilia.
corpses. It's not like don't before
I'm not
anyone
into
starts
necrophilia.
taking that as you should. Don't do that. But if you really want to do that, that is probably somewhat like fucking a zombie would be. So just not into that one. Now, giant, I don't know, lizard, mothman, I don't know. We can take it on a case by case basis.
Ew.
Excellent. Anyone got any announcements?
No, I'd like
Nothing
to
that
go
will
now.
top that one. It's okay. We almost had Mpreg this stream. It was great.
Yeah, we almost ended our friendship.
So we know one tag that Lemur is not reading on Archive of Our Own.
Correct.
Not that one.
Not that
apparently.
one. We're gonna do we need like a little
if that's your
bingo
thing,
card one of
live your
these
best
days. Like what tags do you think that we are reading on AO3?
That
Mpreg
that actually would
Omegaverse.
be very interesting. I would be very interested to see. Defending may not confirm.
Whoa. Do we
Maybe
have to be
someday
on
we'll
this?
do it. Look, we get to I think affiliate is our next step. We get to affiliate. Maybe we'll do that as a celebration.
What a
So
great way to celebrate.
exactly. Guess our AO3 tags
Oh yeah.
that Lemur has already decided she will not confirm.
I said some. I might confirm some.
Anyways, exactly. Eventually owner. Mana, any announcements?
Yeah, for those who I guess are able to make it, I am going to be performing this Saturday at PolyCon. I will be doing a Renjin Guji medley. I'm doing Sakai no Hatama the Believe Heart and Orange Rhapsody. Woohoo! So
Yay.
if you want to see me be a sassy person, yeah, let's go.
Yay.
Woo!
Yeah,
Excellent.
I'm excited.
And I don't have any announcements. So go see Mana.
Yeah,
That's my announcement. Yeah, that's all I got. Below is the link to our YouTube channel. You can go watch any of our old stuff. So any of the stuff that we mentioned earlier, actually, except for the missing, you cannot watch that because we played it before the YouTube channel. But I think any of the others that we mentioned are on that YouTube channel. Go check it out. You can go see my award-winning rendition of Franziska von Karma with, an asterisk. It won 0 awards, but maybe it should have.
And the Oscar goes to Kat.
Yay! Oh my god, it's such an honor.
You need to make your Oscar speech.
Exactly.
Next stream,
Next
we are
stream,
opening
there
up
we
with
go.
our Oscar speeches.
Oh my
That is
gosh.
your homework. There you go.
Mana has decreed it. It's got to happen now.
There we go. Make your Oscar speech
I don't
right
remember
now.
how long you get for an Oscar speech, but I remember, I think
It's like a
reading this
minute.
year, they started kicking people off if you go over. So I'll even add a
If
timer.
you're Adrian Brody, you can keep going.
Yeah, well, none of us are Adrian Brody, so.
Damn. Oh well. We tried.
Yeah. Excellent. That's all we got. Thanks. Yeah, steal the Oscar from someone who didn't deserve it.
Oh.
That would require me to know who actually won the Oscars. I'll be completely honest. The only one that I know that I think was an Oscar that won was that animated film with the cat,
Yes.
which it looked
Animated
cute.
Cat.
Flow. It's
Yeah.
on Max. I have not. It's on my watch list on Max.
Oh, cute.
I have not watched it yet.
It looks very cute.
I need to watch the Oscars. Hopefully, I can watch it.
I'm not an award show person.
When was it?
It was recent, I think.
A couple weeks ago.
4 weeks ago?
A couple of weeks ago.
Damn it. Oh my god. Hopefully the bot is still there.
I don't know. I don't watch award shows. But hey, maybe we'll get our own Oscars.
I'm just nosy. I'm just very nosy.
Yeah,
I
I
need
just
to
like to
know.
know. I like to know who wins. That's all. And then
Yeah, I
the
just
other
wanna
fun
know.
performances.
Yeah, I want to see them do the Wicked one. Very, very bad. Because I liked it.
That was beautiful and it made me cry. So
Oh, I want to watch it then. Yay!
it was beautiful.
Yeah, see, I also have the problem that I don't watch any of the movies, so then I don't have a stake in what wins. So then it's
true.
like, oh yay, that thing that I didn't watch one.
True.
So, they're only exciting if you keep up on pop culture.
Very true.
Yeah, generally.
Yeah, that's kind of how that one works. I get excited by the Met Gala once a year, and that's pretty much it for my pop culture.
Valid.
And like half of them don't even fucking try. Like I'm not gonna get on my soapbox since we keep trying to wrap up stream. But I'm sorry, if you get an invitation to the Met Gala, like go the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like there is a theme. Go for it.
Yeah. Some people just be wearing like frigging gym shorts and I don't know.
Like
and making it chic and whatever.
It's more that like you can wear a like gorgeous dress to literally any other event. But the Met Gala, like you get to wear a piece of art. Like do it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, well, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
And that was Kelsey's announcement.
That was my announcement. I've never been invited to the Met Gala, but if I did, you know what? I'd fucking rock it.
Yeah, you would.
So anyone, feel free to bring me as your +1.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Now we're calling it. Have a good night, everyone. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good night.
Goodbye.
Good night.